House of Hibernators. The door opens to neon bright visitors gleaming in the morning sunday. Zane leans forward, greeting with easy athletic energy. Tara's balance reads like a quiet bow, posture precise and kind. From inside, the house frames them like heroes on a stage. Their smiles promise change before a single word is spoken. Morning light pours through the doorway as introductions begin. Rico lifts the basket higher, revealing vivid greens and citrus. Jazz angles in, greeting Benny with friendly confidence. Benny eases his grip as the welcome turns genuine. Jazz seals the moment with a friendly, showy flourish. Nova dims lamps and tapes a simple 9 p.m. routine beside the window. Tara centers the space, unrolling a mat with serene precision. Nova gestures to the chart, summarizing a simple wind-down routine. Tara guides a slow side stretch. Nova observes the breath count. They finish with hands at heart, the room resting in quiet order. Sunlight streaks across a table filled with homemade headbands. Benny sketches bold letters while Jazz frames a celebratory shot. Jazz flashes a victory sign. Benny anchors the poster proudly. They lay headbands on the poster, aligning them like team badges. A quick selfie seals it. Hibernator's, formed and grinning. Morning light spills across the coffee table as a bold flyer unfurls. Jazz presents the flyer like a show poster, full of bright confidence. Lulu leans in, scanning the events, curiosity overtaking her caution. Benny hovers nearby, torn between the chip bowl and the challenge. The team leans inward. The room seems to pulse with possibility. Soft daylight diffuses as Mimi hesitates, fingers twisting her robe tie. Zane rests a reassuring hand near hers, voice calm and steady. The flyer sits between them like a quiet promise waiting to be kept. Mimi breathes, a small nod forming as her shoulders unclench. Zane smiles, encouragement landing exactly where it was needed. Morning dew sparkles along a park trail lined with fresh green. Zane sets the pace, relaxed stride, eyes ahead and posture easy. Benny follows in short bursts, crunching carrot sticks between efforts. They pause at a bench, water sips and a thumbs up reset the mood. Back on the trail, Benny's stride lengthens, determination settling in. Sunbeams stripe the living room as Lulu mirrors a choreo video. Sweat beads form as she nails a turn, headset set aside for once. Tubbs journals nearby, noting progress with quiet pride. He glances up, admiring Lulu's progress without saying a word. A final pose lands, the room holds a warm, earned silence. Sunlit counters gleam as Mimi assembles berries, spinach, and yogurt. She blends confidently, jewel tones whirl into a vivid swirl. Rico taste tests with a tiny spoon, offering a measured nod. With a chef's nod, he signals balance. Mimi beams instantly. A crowned glass sits center stage, smoothie queen, earned and radiant. Tara offers a calm smile, presenting a bright green smoothie. Lulu mischievously adds a swirl of whipped cream on top. She returns the improved smoothie to Tara like a masterpiece. Tara's eyes glint. She keeps her composure, amused by the twist. Lulu winks, clearly proud of her fusion masterpiece. Nova sets out a simple circadian chart on the coffee table. Chubbs leans back, half grinning. I sleep like a log on weekends. He mimics chopping wood, illustrating his weekend log routine. Nova chuckles, then points out where sleep quality dips on weekdays. He nods, scribbling a note as Nova's kindness keeps it light. Jazz cues a beat, gesturing toward a circle of chairs. Mimi raises a tentative hand. Can we do it sitting down? Jazz leans in, grinning, and nods toward Mimi's suggestion. Chairs slide into perfect spacing as Jazz demonstrates seated moves. Mimi mirrors the move, a shy smile forming as confidence grows. Golden light pours across the kitchen as Rico sharpens his focus. Benny hovers by the chip bowl, curiosity beginning to win. Rico chops with flair, each slice neat and rhythmic. Benny inches closer, the chip bowl forgotten for a moment. A spark catches Benny's interest, glows with the evening light. Thin curls from salmon as citrus glistens on quinoa salad. Mimi inhales, surprised by how good it smells. Rico sets a plate gently in front of her with an encouraging nod. She reaches for a fork, the kitchen hushed in golden calm. Rico watches, pleased, as the feast's colors glow like evening embers. Morning sun slices through dusty blinds over a cozy, cluttered den. Benny lounges like royalty with a crown-shaped chip bowl. Lulu reclines, VR visor glowing neon over relaxed features. Chubb sprawls, notebook poised, eyes twinkling with ideas. Mimi nestles in a robe by a tower of bath luxuries, quietly delighted. A handmade sign crowns the kitchen with their crunchy creed. Benny brandishes a glittering snack scepter with ceremonial pride. Mimi decorates cereal bowls with marshmallow gems, conspiratorial smile. Benny and Mimi share a glance, united by their sweet manifesto. Neon pixels spill across Lulu as she readies her cardio arena. Minimal wiggles, maximal celebration. She calls it intense cardio. Chubbs observes, notebook poised, theory forming behind round glasses. A sly side glance passes between observer and gamer in lazy harmony. Afternoon clouds mute the room, pillows form a cushy throne. Chubbs holds court, pondering the metaphysics of cheese fries. Mimi leans in from a robe cloud, amused patience sparkling. Ideas in spoons orbit, philosopher and listener in cozy balance. A bright, rhythmic knock arrests the lazy calm of the den. Benny freezes mid-bite, eyes widening toward the door. Mimi clutches her robe, breath held, dust shimmering in the beam. Crown askew, Benny tiptoes toward the glowing doorway. He reaches for the knob, the house holding its playful breath. Benny hesitates, then lifts a forkful toward his lips. He tastes, pauses, and his eyes brighten with surprise. "This is delicious," he whispers, almost to himself. Zane notices, offering a quiet thumbs up across the table. Benny lowers his snack scepter without realizing he has. Jazz cues a remix. The living room glows like a tiny dance floor. Mimi rises first, surprised by her own boldness. Lulu hops in beside her, adding a playful flourish. They share a laugh as their first step lands in sync. Aya nods approval, lifting the room's confidence. Chubbs commits to the groove, cheeks flushed but determined. Benny attempts a moonwalk, sliding toward the wall. He bumps the wall gently and laughs, surprised. Jazz steps in, steadying Benny with a friendly hand. Chubbs claps along, momentum returning to the room. The lights soften, screens dim as Tara centers the room. She guides a simple pose, breath slow and steady. Nova holds a simple chart, translating science into kindness. She gestures toward the clock, linking rest to energy. The room settles into quiet, a promise of easier sleep. Streetlights paint long lines across the quiet sidewalk. Zane leads, setting an easy, steady pace. Mimi matches steps beside him, eyes lifted to the stars. Their footsteps fall into rhythm, breath easy and calm. The block feels smaller, the night, friendlier than expected.